For the past 15 years, this man has been at the helm of one of the fastest growing sports organizations in the world. And on Saturday, UFC action comes back to Toronto. Please welcome UFC President Dana White. You've been here this is the 5th time in Toronto. Thank you for finally coming to visit.
No, I love it here. I love Canada, and Toronto is one of my favorite cities.
Let's talk about the fact that what we just read. I mean, do you ever sit back and think, my gosh, I did do that? From humble beginnings, here it is. It is a massive powerhouse. Over 1 billion people watch every single live event. You pulled off 40 in a year. Do you think, my gosh, I did it?
You know, I don't, because I feel like there's still so much more to do. You know, my new partner, Ari Emanuel, was just out in Russia this week, so we're really focusing on Russia and China right now.
Expansion.
Yes.
I don't know if you know, but a few weeks ago, because I know you're super busy, we actually had Daniel Cormier on the show as well as Anthony Johnson. It kind of went viral because, this is what I did. I don't know if it's a faux pas. Take a look. You did recently talk about your knee injury, and you were hoping he wouldn't find out, but you talked about it, so it went to press. Do you take something like that and see it as kryptonite for him?
I didn't know, but thank you for telling me.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hold on. Don't you Google his name and see what's up in the news?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
No. I focus on me. You know what I mean? But thank you for that little bit.
Oh,
I'll take it.
I thought the coffee was like an olive branch from you, but now you just...
Hello, it's called Google. Anyway, so of course, everybody was tweeting me upon hearing, unfortunately, the foreshadowing news that this wasn't going to be as a result of an injury with Daniel.
Yeah, that's weird. But that ended up not being the actual injury. So when you talked to him, it was his knee, and he ended up, I think it ended up being his groin.
Okay, I had nothing to do with that. Let the record show. So how do you then, because this is such a fluid industry, injuries, they happen all the time. It wasn't the first time you've had this. How do you go about deciding who the card's going to be, the main card?
Yeah, I mean, we always have issues, whether it's, you know, injuries or whatever it might be that an athlete will fall out. And our job is to keep the show rolling and make the fights. You know, it's not an easy job. It's the crazy thing about the UFC is, you know, I have over 500 athletes under contract, men and women, and you know, you have to deal with all these different egos and personalities and personal problems and whatever it might be, and it's a 365-day, you know, a year job. Holidays, vacations, no matter what it is.
Because there's
always
so much
working.
at stake. So who has the biggest ego? Tell us, Dana. No.
Oh, God.
No. We won't go there. Maybe Conor
there's plenty of big egos. You have to have a big ego to be a fighter. If you don't have ego, you know. And when I say ego, I mean feeling like you're the best in the world and can't be beat. You have to have that.
Like Conor McGregor. I mean, there he was. He did it. He got 2 titles, but you said he always knew he had to give one up.
He did.
So when you were like, which one do you want to hand over, he said, take the featherweight.
145 pounds. Yeah, and it hadn't been defended in almost a year, you know, because he fought Diaz twice, and then he fought Eddie Alvarez for the 155-pound chip. Yeah, everybody's going crazy on me like I stripped him and I took the title. I mean, everything I said leading up to that fight, I said he's going to have to give up one of these belts. He can't keep both. But I allowed him to fight for both, which I have never done before, you know, because the kid is special.
Yeah, he really is. And he's going to be off for a while, taking care of his kid. He's on paternity leave. I want to fast forward into 207, December 30th, with Ronda Rousey. She's hinting that this may be her last fight. Do you think it's depending on whether she wins or not? Because it was devastating when she lost to Holly Holm. It was tough to come back, and this will be a comeback win. It has to be, I think, for her. Would you say so?
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't say that Ronda's looking at one more fight, but her career is winding down. She, you know, you get to a point, and she's smart. First of all, she has plenty of money. She doesn't have to fight ever again. Yeah. She doesn't have to do anything ever again. But when you get to a point when there's nothing else to prove, why keep fighting? Why keep doing it when there's nothing else to prove? I mean, she built women's MMA. She built the 135-pound division, and she helped the sport and the UFC grow globally.
Before you go, I can't believe we've run out of time. GSP, I know he tried to get, you know, back into the event. Do you see him returning at some point?
GSP and I, you know, are in a good place. You know, we'll see. I mean, how do you not like GSP? I mean, he's the nicest guy in the world. we'll see how this whole thing plays out.
All right, we're going to see how Saturday plays out. UFC 206 at the ACC. Make sure you check it out live. It's always so much fun. Send our best to Joe Rogan and Buffer. BreakfastTelevision.ca for more information. I could talk to you all day.
You're awesome.
Dana, thank you so much. We'll be back with more BT right after this. Where's Kevin? We got to get at that guy.